Of course, you know, when you're a kid, you love summer camp.
That's
I know
what
that
you look forward to.
Totally. I loved it whenever I went, but it's especially sweet when you get to do it and to interact with animals.
Yes, and that's exactly what Clarice and I are doing today. We're interacting over cocktails and drink smoothies, I guess we could say.
Yeah.
Clarice is not included in your package, but you can see her at the Arizona Wildlife Museum, and that is our guest, right? So International Wildlife Museum Marketing Manager Amy Sonera is joining us now, and she did bring Clarice. So we're going to talk about summer camp because you can see Clarice in person, maybe even handle her?
Yeah, so all the kids that get to come to camp, they get to see Clarice and all our animals. So we have other snakes and lizards, turtles and tortoises, a bunny, all kinds of stuff that they get to handle, learn how to care for, feed, and during each camp.
Yeah, and of course Clarice is this beautiful ball python on Heather's lap, and she can be found at the International Wildlife Museum. And so you were telling us a little bit about the snake. How old is she, etc.? And before you answer, I want to give you the smoothie.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
That's so nice. So
tell us about the snake.
Yeah.
So she's about 18 years old. We've had her for about 15 years.
Okay.
And she is a ball python. They're from Africa, and they live in the rainforest there. She's got really cool camouflage that you can see right now. She's brown and dark brown on the top, which blends into the rainforest floor. And then her belly is white. So if she's hanging out up in a tree, it's a lot harder to see her because she's against the light sky.
Yeah.
I
Good
just love
point.
her. She's so calm. And I'm sure the kids love to see her too, right?
Yeah,
So talk about the summer camp and what kids can do.
So we have camps for ages 5 to 13. We're running them from the last week of May through July. And they get to play games, learn about conservation, habitats, adaptations, do museum explorations, go on scavenger hunts, all kinds of fun stuff. We keep them busy.
It's perfect.
Absolutely. And for everything that they get out of it and everything they learn, the cost is very reasonable too. Talk about the cost.
Yeah, so it's $135 per student per week. And if you're a museum member, you get a discount on top of that. And we're offering a deal through the Morning Blend. So if you go online and register, just use the promo code Morning Blend, and you'll get $25 off each camp session.
Excellent.
So what else can people expect? What can some of the kids expect when they come out for summer camp?
So they get to see the animals. We'll play lots of games, do crafts. We watch a movie. We have a theater, so they get to wind down at the end of the day and watch a movie. We go out to our pond in front of the museum. And each camp has a different topic. So we do everything from animal superheroes to scales and tails, which does like mythical creatures.
Right.
So all kinds of fun things. Life in Cold Blood is one for the bigger kids where they learn all about reptiles and cold-blooded animals.
Excellent. Of course, you know, everyone has their budgets. That's why you offer scholarships for students. So talk a little bit about that.
Right. So if you go online, you can apply for our scholarships. It's real quick and easy. You just fill out the application and see if you qualify. And
Could happen.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit more about Clarice, because the thing that I think kids need to appreciate the most is the desert. Now I know she's not native to the desert, but just to appreciate animals in general. So many animals have been added to the extinction list just recently. And what are some of the reactions that you get from kids who may not realize what's going on in other parts of the world when it comes to animals?
Yeah, so it's real good to talk to them about conservation and what that means here in our desert and around the world. And the museum's a great place to do that because we have 400 species from all over the world.
Really?
Yeah, so we get to talk about animals from every continent and what's going on with them.
And there's something called the Summer Pass, too, which is sort of separate from camp, right?
Right.
So talk about what the Summer Pass is and what people get.
Yeah, so the Summer Pass is really cool. It's only $25, and it's unlimited admission through June and July for a family. And we host workshops every Tuesday and story times every Wednesday, and that's included with the Summer Pass.
Wow.
So lots of fun stuff, and we're all indoors, so it's nice and cool.
Hallelujah.
Yeah.
You're going to be in the air conditioning. And
So International Wildlife Museum for the entire family then this summer.
Yeah, $25. Yeah.
So parents can get excited about that.
They
just
can get
$25 excitement just for all the kids and them as well.
It's so true, and the fact is, I mean, give them a different activity than just being at home on a computer and on an iPad. We always kind of say that, I feel like.
Yes.
But having them learn through a place like this really is going to mean a lot for them in the future. And you yourself have been doing this a while. What keeps you there at the International Wildlife Museum?
Well, I love animals, and I love teaching about wildlife, so it's just a fun job. I get to do something new every day.
And you hear kids maybe wanting to get involved with your role as well.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Oh yeah. So I hope so.
Yeah. So you're helping the future generation save the animals.
Right.
That's right. And give us just a reminder again where the museum is.
We are on Speedway, about 5 miles west of I-10, so we're on Gates Pass Road. We look like a big castle. Can't miss us.
You're making it better all the time.
I know.
It looks like a castle. You can't miss it.
That's
You got these
right.
beautiful animals like Clarice. You're very brave for holding this, by the way. Because a lot of people, they saw the snake coming and they were like, oh my gosh, I'm going to stay away from the snake.
I think that's part of the misconception about a lot of animals,
So
right?
true.
We see
Absolutely.
snakes, we think immediate danger, but that's not always the case. And we're thankful for these guys because they keep the rodent population down. That's their role in the ecosystem. And that's the understanding that I think kids walk away with, especially when they go to the International Wildlife Museum during summer camp.
Right. Yeah, we don't want them to be fearful of these creatures. We want them to understand them.
We all
right.
have a place, including them.
So true. Thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you. I
Enjoy that
appreciate it.
smoothie.
I will.
And nice to see you.
Thanks
You
so
too.
much,
Thank
Amy.
you.
And right now, you can get $25 off summer camp sessions with the promo code Morning Blend. And for more information, you can visit thewildlifemuseum.org or you can call them at 520-629-0100.